Hello, I'm Frances from Homestead, and I've got an update. Since the snow has melted and the ground has defrosted, I've got so many projects going on, and I don't have any of them finished, but I can show you some of the work that we've been doing on several of them. With the greenhouse, we were able to get the ground leveled and get the post secured, the weed barrier cover on, and it's looking amazing. I'm really excited about how well it's working out. Originally, this framework that we have here was just a carport cover for an RV. And we found this frame in a place where we were renting. The landlord said we could have whatever was there, so we thought this would make a good greenhouse. So I have purchased the greenhouse plastic, 6 mil. Most everything here is on a bit of a slant or a slope. So we've already rototilled it. We've already put the frame together. Now we're going to get it level and then lay down the weed barrier cloth. But before we can do all of that, we need to stabilize it. These are not set in the ground. So we're going to use some T-posts because these are 2-inch wide poles. So we're going to use some T-posts, drive them into the ground, and then we'll slide this over so that way, if there's a good wind and we got plastic on it, it doesn't pick up like a kite. But we have to build the end framework before we can put the plastic cover on. And that's taken us a little while because we're having to rip some 2x6s to be able to get the materials to build the framework. So that's taken us a while, and we haven't got that done yet. Another project we have going is the retaining wall. Now, last spring I showed you how we had put in a retaining wall and had used materials, old roofing materials that we'd found on the property, but it wasn't holding up really well. It was slowly getting wider and wider. So we decided, since we had all that cinder block that I told you about last episode, where we had taken it out and put the chain link instead, we're now using the cinder block to build that retaining wall. And we've got the first row down and half buried, so we've got a good foundation, nice and level. Unfortunately, the material that we want to use to attach the cinder block for the wall needs to have 50-degree weather. And we don't have consistent 50-degree yet. Some days it's 50 and then it's back to 40. And so we haven't been able to get the rest of the rows set up yet. But it's in the works and it's looking really good. Another project that I'm in the middle of is once the ground had defrosted, I was able to rototill the front where I want to put the cottage garden. And that was a big job, getting all that rototilled. And then I was able to set up some stakes and run some string for the diamond grass. And I started laying down some of the little trails that go between the sections. And then I realized, wait a minute, I'm using up a lot of rocks. I might need to get the herb spiral done first. And then, after I've used all the rocks I need for that, then I can keep going with the path, because there's so many. There's going to be so many paths. I know I'm not going to have enough cardboard, but I'm hoping I'll have enough rocks. I keep managing to find more and more rocks. But the thing that I'm really excited about is the herb spiral. It has turned out beautifully. I'm just really pleased with how that worked out. Unfortunately, the weather is still freezing at night, so I can't put my herbs in it yet. And we're going tomorrow to get a truckload of compost to be able to fill it up. But so far, it's just the rock spiral, no dirt or herbs yet. Now, the grow boxes that I showed you in a previous episode, putting together in the shop, I'm now able to get those out in the location where they belong because the ground's not frozen anymore. And so we're getting those put together. So I'm lining the inside with plastic. I didn't do that last year, and I noticed that there was some water that would leak out the slats. So this year, I'm going to line it with plastic before I put in the wood. I still need to find more materials to be able to build the last two that I have the flat siding for, but I've got those two put together and they're ready to get the hugelkultur put in. Of course, I can't plant anything yet because it's still freezing here at night. But I have started my cabbage and Brussels sprouts, and I have those in the grow room, and they're setting on. There's true leaves already, so they're looking great. And of course, we've started wood chipping again. So I'm able to get some wood chips down on the trails, so hopefully we'll be able to keep that going when the weather's nice so that we can get all of our piles of sagebrush chipped away and then start clearing some more area so we can get more made, because we have many, many uses for our wood chips. I'm really excited about all these projects we got going on. it really is coming together. And I can't wait to show you the completed project. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. I'm so grateful for you. Please like and subscribe. Until we meet again.